Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Well guys, this video is a continued video from our previous video, which is about the sweat boss or sweat beast. So I wanted to show to you a few more examples in order to apply the sweat boss sweat beast in our 3D solid modeling part. Okay, let's say I'm going to pick my top plane as my sketch plane, and let's say I'm going to have some sort like this. Again, okay, this time I'm going to have some sort like that. And like this, okay, and I'm going to indicate my dimensions, whereby the length for this one is, let's see, I'm going to make it 80 mm. The distance for this one is 120, okay, 120, this one, and the distance for this one is, let's say, I'm going to make it 150, and the angle between this line to this line is 125 or 120. You can key in whatever dimension that you want, right? Then once after finish, I would like to add with a fillet at this particular of edges. So let's say I'm going to make it 20 mm. Going to this one as well as this one, okay? And then this is my path. You still remember this is my path, right? This is my path, and I'm going to exit from my sketch. Now, I'm going to create my profile. If you still remember from our previous video, I've already told you that our profile should be perpendicular to our path here at this beginning section over here. It should be perpendicular, right? The profile together with this path, right? So now I'm going to pick my right plane, okay, right, my right plane as my sketch plane, and then normal 2. Before this, I've already showed to you, we can locate our, let's say, our circle. So for example, you can create any with any shape. It's not necessary to have only circle or rectangle shape. Okay, you can create any shape. Okay, from the previous video, I already showed to you that our profile, I already located it at here, okay, at this point, right? Okay, but it is actually not necessary. Okay, you can have it somewhere around here. Let's say, for example, I just simply create a simple sketch. You can have like that over here. Uh, you can indicate dimension if you want to. Okay, so however, this one I just simply sketch like this without any dimensions. So I'm going to create a line here, which representing the guideline, because I'm going to mirror this line over here from here to here. Okay, so this line I'm going to convert it to construction geometry, right? Since as I mentioned to you just now, that I'm going to create, or I'm going to make this line as my guideline only. So I proceed with mirror entities. So this is the entities to mirror, or object that I'm going to mirror, this object that I'm going to mirror. And you have to make sure that in under sketch, if you would like to use the mirror command, you have to make sure that you on this one, or enable for this one, okay? So don't disable, you have to enable this one. So bring your cursor and click here, mirror about this line. Okay, there you are. All right, and then I'm going to proceed with the offset. Let's say I'm going to make it 1 mm. Select change. Okay, select change. I'm going to select change, the select all, so 1 mm like that. And then I'm going to make sure that my profile, this one, should be in a closed loop. So I'm going to put my line here, and then I'm going to extend this line. Okay, and then I'm going to trim those unnecessary lines. So I don't want this line, right? So I'm going to mirror this one over here. We can straight away create a line here also, no problem. But since we already use mirror command just now, so I just need to proceed with this one. Okay. Either way, you can straight away create a line and then do the same thing which we have done just now at this side. So, or even as what I did show you just now, that I'm using mirror. So I'm going to use mirror, and then I'm going to extend this line to here, right? So once after confirm, so it's not necessary for me to have a fully defined. So as you can see here that this particular of profile is not located at this endpoint. It should be no problem, okay? As long as the profile, you have to remember that the profile should be perpendicular to almost perpendicular to this path. Your profile should be almost perpendicular to this path at the beginning of this path here at this area at this section. All right. So, however, the profile you can it's not necessary to look at this endpoint. Okay, you can put somewhere here, here, or whatever, or wherever that you feel that is a suitable place for you in order to form your 3D part, 3D solid modeling part. All right. However, you remember that the profile should be perpendicular, but if you would like to create this profile, it's not necessary to start at this endpoint. However, the profile should be perpendicular to this particular off path. So once after confirm, again, you need to exit from this sketch. There you are. And then I can proceed with my swap command. So go to swap, and then which one is your profile? This is your profile. Which one is your path? This is your path. There you are. Right? So it will select that. It will still follow the path. Okay, it will still follow the path. So kalau you, let's say if I'm going to expand this, okay, this sketch 2 is my profile, there you are, and this sketch 1 is my path. All right, okay, so that is how it looks like. Okay, guys. So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you another one more examples. Okay, let's say this time I'm going to pick I'm going to pick my top plane as my sketch plane. And how about if let's say I start it over here. You remember whenever you start with empty sketch, it is advisable for you to start your sketch because you still do not have any sketch right here. So start it at this origin. Okay. Let's say I'm going to have like something like this. I'm using spline. I'm using spline, this one. Okay. And this is my path. And as you know that, as what I mentioned to you just now, that our profile should be perpendicular to this path, especially at this beginning, at this section, at the beginning of this path. However, if I pick, let's say, if I pick my right plane here, it's not perpendicular. I'm right. It's not perpendicular to this. If I pick this right plane, the existing plane which is already provided by the SolidWorks, this right plane, so it's not perpendicular to my beginning section of this path. So how are we going to solve this problem? So in order to solve this problem, okay, you can go to reference here, and we're going to create another one additional sketch plane which is perpendicular to this particular area at the beginning of this path area over here. So we go to pick this one plane, and then for the first reference plane over here, you need to pick, I'm going to zoom this, you need to pick this one over here, this path. And then the second reference is this point, this endpoint. Okay, remember, the first reference is this path, whereas for the second reference, you need to pick this endpoint. Pick this endpoint. Kalau you tengok pun, you can see over here the arrow, pointing to that side. Okay, so it means that it should be perpendicular. So once after confirm, even I rotate a bit before I select OK to show to you this one. As you can see over here, it should be perpendicular. There you are. All right, it should be perpendicular at this beginning of this path. All right. So once at the component, just click OK. There you are. All right. So now we can proceed with our profile. Since this plan, additional plane which we just created just now is already perpendicular to this beginning section or beginning area of this path, so we can proceed with our sketch. And let's see, this time I'm going to have the circle whereby the dimension that I'm going to indicate is, let's say, 20 mm, right? 20 mm. Okay, there you are. So once after confirm, we can just straight away exit from your sketch. And I'm going to hide my plane here. My plane this one, I'm going to click this one, right click and hide it. Now, we already have, as you can see over here, it should be perpendicular, right? It should be perpendicular only at the beginning of this path of this section. So now we can proceed with our swap command. We go to features, go to swap boss, and then which one, make sure again sketch profile, you need to pick this one, and which one is our profile. This is our profile, and which one is our sketch. This is our sketch. Sorry, this is our path. So click, there you go. Okay, so it should be look like that. Okay guys, so you have to remember how you can create additional plane in order to make sure that your profile uh, perpendicular to your path. Okay guys, so hopefully that you understand, and I will see you in our next video, which is our third part for the swap boss or swap base command. Thank you for watching.